All right, so I wanted to just make a quick video on the floating tremolo systems. It could be the Floyd Rose, the Edge. There's a lot of floating tremolo systems out there. I don't really know much of them. I literally just use the Floyd Rose. So, there's a lot of pros and cons on the Floyd Rose. A lot of people do really hate them just because it is annoying to have one of these on your guitar because of like tuning stability, intonation. It can be annoying, but there's a lot of pros about it. Personally, at the beginning, it was really hard because it is a lot of maintenance. So how does a floating tremolo system work, right? Basically, you have a regular tremolo down here, but it's not like not a regular tremolo where it just sits on the body. With these, this allows you to dive your strings either forward or backwards, allowing you to dive the string down a pitch or up a pitch. Depending on how you have your guitar tuned, you'll be able to get really good squeals, like dime squeals, or like really good dive bombs. But to me personally, a Floyd Rose, it's a good tool to have in your guitar playing because you can turn your regular playing into like something with like a little bit more energy, I guess you can say. So something like a simple lead, or it could be a solo, any kind of whatever. It helps you like increase the intensity of a guitar solo or a lead part, right? So like, let's say you're playing something like something simple like that. Right before getting into that, I personally love, doing that because it'll like enhance the solo right before coming into it. Bring up the energy, slowly start bringing up the energy, and you slam into your solo. So it's I would do something like fuck, I played the wrong note. And it just gives it a real big dynamic difference. Personally, having a Floyd Rose, if you're gonna get into it, you have to just make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into, because it's not something that it's like a regular. You have to at least be a little bit into the intermediate towards advanced, because you buy one when you're first starting string pops, or you want to detune. That's another thing. You're gonna want to detune to a song that's like, let's say you're in standard E tuning, you want to drop down to drop D, or like drop C sharp, or just standard D tuning. You're gonna have to go into the back, and because it is a spring tension system, so it's like if you start tuning it up here, you're gonna start pulling the strings this way. So your bridge is gonna start going that way. Your bridge is gonna start pulling towards it, and the springs in the back, you're gonna have to pull it that way too, so it levels it all back down. So everything's like in level. It's pretty annoying just to do this whole thing, but it is a lot of fun once you get the hang of it. So like, let's say you've mastered, or you learn how to like keep everything in tune and check. Give it that little bit of extra like spice, if you want to put it that way. So, tremolo system, especially for dive bombs, I'm a huge dive bomb guy. Like, even little things like flutters. Like, I don't really do them a lot because I don't really know how to, control it that well. But, people do that. So Um, yeah, honestly, recommend people really getting into Floyd Roses because it's a lot of fun. It's a good tool to have, and yeah, get onto that because if you don't, you're just gonna be stuck in the past. Even though this is part of the past, but a lot of people say they get out of tune as soon as you dive it. But look at this. Tune. Tuned. Perfect. Get on it.